Economic Forum warns of cost of living crisis. In the same vein, CPI reveals that Nigeria's inflation rate hit 5-year high at 18.60%. Aero contractors shut down flight operation as hike in price of aviation fuel lingers. Angola urges Nigeria to remain Africa's biggest oil producer for second straight month. Okay, well, we're starting with the stories now from our business update. In a latest report, which was based on 2021 figures, Nigeria was ranked 8th with an annual inflation rate of 16.95%. Data from the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics show that the country's inflation jumped to 18.6% in June 2022. The inflation, now be moving to report from IMF. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, has hinted that it will change the institution's global growth forecast in the wake of soaring historical inflation rates induced by the Ukraine war. IMF Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva revealed that the current economic downturn will weigh heavily on poor facilities as the crisis raises cost of living as governments across the world struggle with skyrocketing inflation. In the same vein, CPI reveals that Nigerian inflation rate hit 5-year high at 18.60%. The Consumer Price Index CPI, which measures the rate of change in prices of goods and services, hit a 5-year record high jump from 17.71% in May to 18.60% in June 2022. According to information from National Bureau of Statistics, NBS disclosed this in its Consumer Price Index CPI report last month. It was gathered that on a month-on-month basis, the headline inflation rate increased to 1.82% in June 2022, which is 0.03% higher than the rate recorded in 2 months ago, with 1.78%. The report also revealed that last month the urban inflation rate increased to 19.09%. This is as a result of increase in the percentage, which is 0.7 compared to 18.35% recorded in June 2021. According to reports on a month-on-month basis, the urban inflation rate rose to 1.82% few weeks ago. Which is a 0.01% increase compared to May 2022 with 1.81%. The Composite Food Index experienced a similar increase, rising to 20.60% in June 2022 on a year-on-year basis. The rate of changes in average price level declined by 1.23% compared to 21.83% in June 2021. The rate of changes in food prices compared to the same period last year was higher due to food prices volatility caused by COVID-19. Food sub index increased to 2.05% last month by 0.03% points from 2.01% recorded in May 2022. However, food inflation on a year-on-year basis was at its highest in some states in Nigeria, which include Kwara 25.62%, Kogi 24.81%, Rivers 24.34%, while Jigawa has a total of 16.01%, and Sokoto 16.24%, and Kaduna with 17.75%. Meanwhile, food inflation was not that high in other areas of Nigeria, which include Iboyin 3.52%. Bayelsa 3.27%, Ondo 3.25%, Taraba 0.94%, and Adamawa with 1.22%, which they recorded the lowest rise on month-on-month inflation. Still on business update, Aero Contractors has shut down its flight operations over a challenging environment. In a statement posted on its Twitter account on Monday, the organization confirmed that passengers would no longer be able to book flights over operational challenges. We learned that the airplanes belonging to Aero Contractors are still under maintenance at a period when there is a rise in dollar rate, and it has increased the cost of maintenance, while the price of aviation fuel has increased from 190 naira per liter to 700 this year. Both factors have negatively impacted the airline's operations, forcing the players to increase the price of flight tickets. And from there, I'm going to move to oil sector now. We have it that Angola urges Nigeria to remain Africa's biggest oil producer for second straight month. Investors trade in oil future by agreeing to sell or buy crude oil at a certain date and particular price, which is often more than the cost at the period of agreement. However, the recession fears gripping the oil market. Oil futures traders are dumping their holdings now. They are trying to prevent their investment from losing value as a result of potential economic downturn. Okay, we have new data release here, which is from the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC. Last week, it shows that Angola produced more crude oil than Nigeria in the last month. This is despite Nigeria recording its biggest production jump in months by 134,000 barrels per barrel to about 1.1 million barrels per barrel in June, from approximately 1 million in May. Coming up next is the capital market update for the previous week. Welcome back to report on capital market on Business Express from Soul 95.7 FM. Due to the public holiday we have last week, investors had only 3 days to trade on the Nigerian Stock Exchange this week, following the celebration from the Muslim. Within that period, over 504.322 million shares exchanged. Investors earned in 12,393 deals, valued at 7.517 billion naira. The holiday impacted the level of trading, considering a rate of 822.404 million shares were exchanged in 20,643 deals, worth 10.36 billion naira. Now we'll be talking about the top performing sectors in Nigeria. By the measure of volume, the financial services industry led as over 270.54 million shares, worth 2.9 0.940 billion naira were exchanged on their floor in 5,730 deals. Next was the services industry, which recorded investors traded 74.980 million shares in 954 deals valued at 166.626 million naira. Then we have the oil and gas industry made their list after investors parted with 262.001 million naira in 798 deals to exchange 42.664 million shares. Now we'll be talking about the top 3 equity performance. I would like you to know what are the top 3 equity performance in Nigeria. First, we have Guaranteed Trust Holding Company PLC. We have Calverton Offshore Support GRP PLC. We have United Bank for Africa PLC. Okay, those ones I mentioned were the 3 trading equity after 3 days of trading. Their selection was based on volume of trades, with the 3 companies accounting for 32.56% and 24.73% of the total equity turnover volume and value respectively. This was as a result of investors trading 166.202 million shares worth 1.859 billion in 1,937 deals. Let's talk about top losers and gainers for the week, coming up shortly.
My only favorite station, Soul 95.7 FM. The best songs on the radio. Wow! I feel good. Soul 95.7 FM. So good! So good! I got it here! Wow! Religion is only a way of life. But do you know the God you serve? Do you worship him in truth and in spirit? How best can one be a true believer? Always tune in to Soul 95.7 FM, Osunbari, Lagos Ibadan Expressway, Ibadan. You'll be glad you did. Attention all drivers. Excessive speeding can kill. Slow and steady wins the race. Don't let avoidable accidents send you to an early grave. Drive with care. A message from Soul 95.7 FM, Osunbari, Lagos Ibadan Expressway, Ibadan. This is my only favorite station, Soul 95.7 FM. The best songs on the radio. Wow! I feel good. Soul 95.7 FM. So good! So good! I got it here!
Welcome back. You're still listening to Business Express on Soul 95.7 FM, Orisun Bari, Lagos Ibadan Expressway, Ibadan. Still talking about the top 5 gainers of the week. We have academic stock. It has a value gain of 0 naira 32 kobo as the share price ended this week with 2 naira 21 kobo per share against the 1 naira 89 kobo it opened with. And the second top gainer we have is CWG closed the market during the week with 0 naira 90 kobo per share, rising by 0 naira 10 kobo to move above its opening of 0 naira 80 kobo per share. And the next one is Cavorting was part of the gainer list as its stock price gained of that's 0 naira 15 kobo to move from its opening of 1 naira 22 kobo to end the week with 1 naira 37 kobo per share. We also have Wema Bank where the share rose by 0 naira 34 kobo during the week as its stock hit 3 naira 74 kobo per share against the 3 naira 40 kobo that it started with this week. And we also have Airtel Africa. The share appreciated by 173 naira 20 kobo to jump from 173.20 kobo per share to 1,905.40 kobo per share. And they will be jumping to the top losers of the week. The one we have here on our list, we have Fixing Top. Fixing Company. Beg your pardon. Fixing Top the loser list following a loss of 2 naira 59 kobo, which reduced its stock value to 9 naira 41 kobo at the end of trading from 12 naira. The second top loser is Cornerstone. It has a share value dropped to 0 naira 57 kobo per share by end of trade this week, having lost 0 naira 12 kobo from its opening share price of 0 naira 69 kobo per share. We also have Multivar. It has a loss of 0 naira 28 kobo from its share to end the week with 1 naira 82 kobo per share, below the 2 naira 10 kobo per share it started trading with. Ikeja Hotel share 2 is part of the top losers of the week. It has a share loss of 0 naira 15 kobo to end the week with against the 1 naira 32 kobo per share. It also started the week with. And on that note, on the losers of the week, we have the NNFM share value also fell during the week, losing 0 naira 95 kobo from its opening stock price of 9 naira 55 kobo to end trading with 8 naira 60 kobo per share. From there, we'll be moving to commodity price, and I'll be starting with the oil Brent, which is the information we have for the week is $106, and WTI oil is $102. And we'll be talking about currency exchange. We have the information for official rate. We have for black market as well. For the official rate, US dollars is 414 naira. That's under the official, for the official rate. Then the euro now is 416 naira, while the pound sterling is 492 naira. And going to the black market, US dollars is within the rate of 590 to 615 naira. The euro is 630 naira. Then the pound sterling is within the rate of 730 to 756. To wrap up this episode of Business Express on Soul 95.7 FM, I'll be giving you information from cryptocurrency. We have Bitcoin at the rate, or at the time of filing the report, what we have here is $21,977, and Ethereum is $1,527. Thank you for listening to Business Express, and I appreciate my producer Olusegun Okedeji. And on that note, we draw the curtain for today's edition of Business Express. Okay, for sponsorship, advert placement, kindly reach me on 070-68457711. Until next edition, it's bye from me, Kenny Sola Williams.